Well, a lot has happened in the Zanu-PF primary elections, from rigging, vote buying, and a whole lot of issues. And this time in this report, we learned that Central Intelligence Organization Director General Isaac Moyo has been accused of rigging Zanu-PF Mwene's West primary election in favor of his wife, Priscilla. A letter gleaned by this publication reveals one of Moyo's subordinates, identified as Madura, demanded manipulated cell registered in 10 areas and hid over 100 of them to ensure Priscilla won. We have seen a lot of running around in this Zanu-PF primary election, to such an extent that the commissar from Zanu has said that other results will be withheld pending investigations of the same. A TD Shumba, who signed the letter, is now demanding that the CIO be barred from taking an active role in the party's affairs, as they had realized it had vested interest and was actively working to ensure Priscilla's win. So at Babaton and Como centers, no voting was done, and people engaged in a terrible fight because of the issue of cells registered, which were tampered with, and people could not find their names. That is the letter that was directed to the Zanu-PF National Electorate Directorate. And Mr. Madura came and forced all cell chairpersons to surrender their cell registers. And when he was collecting these cell registers, he was using Mrs. Moyo's car and her resources as well. As a public servant, would believe his duties were to enforce law and order and not to be involved in political campaigns. Because of this collection of cells registered, most candidates could not vote because they could not find their names in all centers where Mrs. Moyo had no support. Voting started at 11 a.m. and was closed at 4 p.m. despite people being present to cast their votes, thus leveling an unfair playground of free and fair elections. So this may be just coincidence that at a certain center voting starts at 11 a.m. and stands at 4 p.m. But according to this report, people are saying that was a planned move to suppress the votes from opponents. How did they detect then? At this station, Priscilla has more votes. At this station, Priscilla is less voters, so we will start voting late and resume later. But the presiding officer at Shayambuzi polling center turned away polling agents of other participants and would only allow agents for Mrs. Moyo to enter the premises and assist their members in support of other candidates. So this one is provided a litmus test for the Zanu-PF government, that if their primary elections are conducted in such a manner, how much more will it happen for the national election that is due in less than probably 8 months? In an earlier letter sent to the NED on March 24 to remove CIO operatives from Zanu-PF processes and Mwenez was not heeded. It followed a meeting in Masvingo where similar sentiments were echoed. In the Zanu-PF affiliate, this one has been accused even by Temba Moleskwa, the forever associate of Zimbabwe, is largely believed to be backing anti-Emerson Mnangagwa and pro-G40 candidates. It is also implicated in the fracas that ensued across Mwenez West. And on the 24th of March, they wrote a letter requesting the removal of the CIO with special mention to Faz and Madura for their corrupt involvement in election. And this was solely because of the fact that Mr. Madura was campaigning for Mrs. Moyo, who is wife to the Director General. Although results are yet to be announced, Priscilla is believed to have clinched the election and setting her up for a seat in the parliament. Anokuoneka ene Faro, Honorable Matimba.